Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of Chatbout Podcast with me, your host, WG Dessa, aka Captain Positive. Things now go the way you want, I could talk about it. This is Chatbout Podcast. Join me in making positivity the new disease. Today's episode is brought to you by the Joyful Youth Foundation. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Chatbout Podcast with me, your host, Captain Positive. If you've been here before, if it's your first time, or if you're a repeat watcher of this podcast, you always hear me talk about positivity. You always hear me talk about attaining your goals. You always hear me talk about making your dreams a reality. And you always hear me talk about some of the things you're going to need to make all of these things possible. And one of them is momentum. You know? Yeah, man. Maintaining momentum. In everything in our life, in order to get to the top and stay at the top, because you can't reach where you go and just and think say you're going to stay there, you know. You can't create this dream, this great grand goal where you did have and think say all of a sudden the work stop. And in order for you to remain there, the momentum have to be consistent. You see what I say? You have to every now and then check in, you know, every couple of days. All right, perfect example. You buy a car. Your car come with a time frame for when the warranty upon the car, right? Then after that now, you get a recommendation how often if you periodically carry the car, if you get the oil change and the spark plug change and all of these things for maintain the performance of the car. Same thing with your dream. Same thing with your goal. When you reach that destination, it don't mean say your work end, it don't mean say you stop. So every couple of days what you have to do, you have to check in and make sure say things are going the way you want it for. You have to check in for make sure say you are do the things the way you're supposed to do. You have to check in for make sure say you dip on top of things at all times. And you can set these time frames as according to how you see fit for maintain your goal. Every 90 days, you know what I mean? Every 120 days, every 60 days, however often you think you need to self-check yourself, to make sure say you are the way you're supposed to do. And another thing is, when we get there, right? For example, you create a glass. Now, this glass, as you can see, has some designs on it. Sometimes we get to where we want to be, but then we're satisfied with this. Try to upgrade. You know what I mean? Try to improve upon. Try to see the areas where your goal can be, you know, better. You know what I mean? For example, like this now, you want to add something to it. You want to make a coaster feet or, you know what I mean? Don't feel bad about you wanting to make improvements to your goal. Because of your goal. You see me I say? And always have consistent things where you do. You know what I mean? Always know, say, all right, you're going to go on. Every 2 days, me do this to make some improvement to my routine. Not to the goal, you know, to your routine. Because you have to consistent. You can't just lax. You know what I mean? Next thing is always know, say, whatever you did to get you there, you can't cut it out, you know. The things that you do to get it to your goal, you can't cut it out. So if you used to get up 4 o'clock in the morning now, because things they were there now, you're going to start get up 10. No, man, not change nothing. Keep doing the things that got you there. The only difference is, like I said earlier, you're going to check in every couple of days, whether it be 30 days, 60 days, 120 days, and then you're going to see if you can improve upon your goal. And then the next thing is, always get rid of the doubters, them. Get rid of the people in me. Remember, the dream come true now, you know. You still have people out there where disbelieve it, you know. You make it happen, you know. You realize it, you know. It happen right in front of your eyes, you know. And people still tell you, say, you can't do it. People still try to doubt you. People still try to tell you, say, listen to me, no, man. You know, say that now work out for you. Slow down, man. No. Get rid of them people, because them are going to hurt your momentum. Them are going to hurt your big snowball effect. Them are going to hurt you getting bigger and better at creating other goals, other dreams. So get rid of them. You see me, I say, the next thing is, Don't be afraid to teach what you've learned along the journey. Because somebody might in the wings watch a young man, a young woman, your son, your daughter, your wife, your brother, your sister, your cousin might have seen your journey, seen your steps, but them don't know where to start. Them don't know how to start. Don't gatekeep. You know what I mean? They may have different goals, you know, but guess what? No? Your habits, your consistency, them things that you can teach. Because if them want to become an aerospace engineer or aka a rocket scientist, but you became a lawyer, or you became a musician, or you became an entrepreneur, you still have to do some things consistently. You know what I mean? Where them can use in a for them journey to get to where them need to be. So share information, man. Share how you got to where you are. Don't be afraid to let them know that, all right, you have to cut off these things, you have to start these things, you have to forget about these things, you have to increase on these things. Simple things like that. And then, while I do all of that, don't stop planning your next move. Don't stop planning what's next. Don't stop planning what is next, because some of it fall short of having our goals remain long term, because we'll stop plan, we'll stop prepare, we'll stop get ready for the next season, we'll stop get ready for the next step, we'll stop get ready for what's next in our mission. So in everything we do after we do all of that, the momentum are gonna need planning. Yeah, because when you no plan for what's next, because me not think say when you reach your goal, you have to end, you're wanting for more. You not for end this, so what's next? How you can make it better? How you can improve upon it? How you can make it last forever? You know, the longevity of your goal. How and what do you need to do for this to last into the next season and the season after that and the season after that? So you have to do all of these things. Make all of these steps. Prepare all of these things. Do everything in your power for continue, maintain, sustain, and increase upon your momentum. Because after all, your goal being a top tier goal and remaining a top tier goal is going to depend on it. So do all of them things, man, when you reach, you know what I mean, and your goal will remain around. And in the interim, don't forget, the quote goes, success is never owned, it's rented. And the rent is due every day. Every day, you know. Success is never owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every day. So that simply means that your momentum can't cease, can't stop, can't slow. You have to come out there prepared and ready every day. WGD, WG, that's I say that. Go.